Welcome students. In this video I am going to continue my discussion from where I left in the last video, where I was discussing the role of try except block while reading contents from a binary file, and now I'll continue with the question. So the question is, write a program to read and display all the records of books from the binary file books.dat created in the previous program. So in the question number 1 in the last video, you saw that we created a file named books.dat and wrote 3 objects of dictionary inside it, and when we read it directly, we were not able to understand its contents, and that is why I told you to make use of load function in order to read the contents, so that those contents when read from binary file are understandable by us. So how to do this program? In this program we have to simply display all the contents of books.dat and check whether the file that was created in that program was actually created or not. Okay. So how to do it? See, first of all I am importing pickle module because again I have to make use of load function, and which belongs to the pickle module. Then I told you that the code which you suspect might raise error, that code we write within try block, and the errors that we are expecting to occur, we will handle them in the except block. Okay, now see. First of all I wrote try because I am going to open the file, so I have a fear that the file that I am going to open is actually existing or not. If in case it will not be existing, because I am opening it for reading purpose, okay, and if it will not be existing, then it will give me input output error saying that file is not found. I don't want system to handle that error, I want to handle it myself. So that is why I am writing this line of opening the file inside try block, so that if in case this error gets raised, my system will not give error on its own, it will write my statement that unable to open file. So if in case this file books.dat will not be able to open in the reading mode, then system will print my statement that is unable to open file, which I have handled in IO error in the first except block. Okay, so this line I expected that it would raise error, and that is why I handle it myself. Then I am starting the process of reading from the binary file. So first of all I am writing loop, because children, you know that in the binary file right now you know that 3 records are written, but you will not always know that how many records are written in the file. So you will have to use while loop for reading, because while loop is a conditional loop where you will specify a condition, and that till that condition is true your work will keep on happening. And you cannot make use of for loop, because for loop is a counting loop. In this case you could have used it because you know there are 3 records, but not in every case. In case you don't know how many records are there in the file, how will you use for loop? That is why we are making use of while loop here. And see, I am writing true because I am going to run it as an unending loop, and this loop is going to run unendingly, which means that even when all the contents of my file will get read and the end of file will be reached, still this loop is going to run. So it will raise error as soon as end of file will come, it will raise error. So see, I am handling this end of file also in the second except block that I have written. Here you can see that in this case I have used end of file, I have handled end of file error. So as soon as this load function will raise the error that I am not getting any more records to read, it will simply take you to this point where EOF error is handled, and it will close the file. Okay, so that is why this reading statement also I am writing within try block, because I know this will raise error as soon as end of file will be reached. So this thing is handled here. Now to read the object, what I have to do? I have to write the name of the receiving variable which will receive the read object and returned object, and then I am writing pickle.loadf. So f is my file handle name. from where the object will be read and stored in D, and then I am printing D. Okay, so simply the object read will be displayed on the output screen this time. Print function always prints thing on the output screen. Okay, and dump function was writing output on the file associated with the file handle. This is the difference. Now, what will happen in this loop? One by one, an object will be read from the binary file, and at the same time it will be stored in D and printed, stored in D and printed. So, this work will happen till you are getting objects from the binary file, and as soon as objects will finish, it will instantly raise end of file error, and you will be transferred from this place to this place, and file will be closed. Okay, so this is how we can read all the objects that were written. Clear? Now, if you run this program, see what output we are getting. We are getting the actual data that was written on the file books.dat, and you are able to understand this output. When you opened the file books.dat directly, the content that was there in that file, that content you were not able to understand because it was in machine format. Okay, so whenever you want to see the actual data written on the binary file, and whenever you want to assure that the file you created is actually made or not, and the content that you wrote is actually written on that file or not, then in that case you read the contents of that binary file with the help of load function, because that load function will first of all read the object and then unpickle it and then return it to you. So, after being unpickled, it will get converted back into the same format in which it was written. Okay, and therefore you are able to understand it. Let us see another question. Write a program to create a binary file named student.dat and write records of n students in it containing details like name, age and percentage input by user. So, this time you are not given 3 direct objects to write. Instead, you have to write n records where the value of n will be input by user. So, user will tell you how many records he wants to write, and then that many records will be written. Okay, and each record will be containing details like name, age and percentage, and these values will also be input by user. Let us see how we do this program. First of all, we import pickle module. Why? Because again I am going to make use of dump function. Then I am opening the file student.dat in WB mode, because I have to make a new file by this name and I have to open it as a binary file and write n records. So, the value of n will be input by user. So, see in the third line I am taking input of how many records the user wants to write. Okay, so that this input is taken in n. Now, in the next line I am creating an empty dictionary. Why? Because in the previous question we were already given that these 3 objects of the dictionary you have to write in the binary file, but this time I have to first create that dictionary object and then I have to write it on the file. Okay, so for this I have taken an empty dictionary within which first of all I will insert key value pairs as per the requirement of my question, and then I will write that particular record in the file, and this process will be repeated n number of times. Okay, so see I am running the loop from for I in range n. So, this loop, suppose the value for n is 4. So, this loop will run from 0 to 3, that means 4 times, and every time an object will be taken, the details of an object will be taken input from user and then stored it in dictionary, and then it will be written on the file. So, see I am taking input of name, then age, then percentage. Okay, and I am directly storing these values in the corresponding keys. So, these 3 key value pairs will get added in the dictionary D, and then I am writing this dictionary object D in the file associated with file handle F1. So, this time my file handle is F1. So, my file student.dat is associated with F1. So, that is why I am writing F1 here, and D is the object that I have to write. You already know the syntax of dump function. Okay, so this object is written. Then again my loop will run for the next value of I, and again new entries will be taken and the new dictionary object will be written, and this process will be repeated n number of times, and after I am done with all the objects that I have to write, I have to simply close the file. Why close the file? Because whatever objects till now I have given to the file handle to write, it has not right now written. It has stored everything in its buffer, and it is waiting for you to close the file, so that as soon as you close the file, it may flush all that data stored in buffer onto the file and then disconnect from the file. Okay, so that is why I close the file, and in order to make end user understand that the file is created, I have printed file created. Clear? Now let us see the output. See, at this time on the output screen will not be empty because it requires input. So input will be taken by user, but the output will be given on binary file student.dat. So the portion of input will be visible, but the output will be done on the file. Okay, so the program, as per the instructions, it asked for the number of records. So the number of records was given as 3. So the loop will run 3 times. So 3 times the input was taken. See, and as soon as it got the third object, it wrote all those objects on the file. Clear? And then file got closed. So all the data that was there in the buffer got flushed onto the file, and now file created is printed. So this will give an indication to the end user that yes, file is successfully created. But if you are not yet satisfied, you want to see the contents, then I have already told you how to read the contents of this file. Okay. Now let us take up a question and display the contents of this file. But this time what I am doing, I am not going to display all the records. I am going to display the records on the basis of a condition, and the condition for my question is that you have to display records of only those students who have secured more than 90%. Okay, so no matter how many records are there in the file, you have to only display those records which are having the value of percentage greater than 90%. Clear? So this question requires me to open student.dat file in the read mode. Why? Because when I will read, then only I will come to know what is the percentage, and then I will display. Okay, so let us see the program. Here you can see import pickle. To use the load function, we are going to use the load function, and I told you that whatever opening the file and reading work, I will do it inside try function, try block, because I know these might raise error. If file will not be able to open, then it will say unable to open file, and if we are reading from an empty file, or we have reached the end of file and still we are trying to read, then it will raise end of file error. So all these two errors, means both of these two errors, I am handling myself in my program. So what I am doing in the code, see, first of all, imported and opened the file in the read mode, right, and my file handle is F. Now I am printing this statement so that my end user may come to know that the records which will be displayed are only those records which are having percentage greater than 90%. And then I am running the loop, infinite loop, and this loop will keep on running. Okay, and what will happen, every time it will read an object from the file student.dat and store it in D. Okay, now I will check whether the percentage of D is greater than 90. If it is, then only I will print it. So see, in the earlier program I did not put any condition, but here I am putting the condition that the value of percentage, value of PRC key should be greater than 90, then only this particular D object will be printed. Okay, so that is why this condition is there and then printed. And in these two, what we are doing, we are simply handling the exceptional situations that will come, that will occur. Okay, so when you will try to read with the help of load function and you are already at the end of the file, then what will happen, this load function will suddenly raise end of file error and your file will close. And as soon as the file will close, all your file handle will get disconnected with the file student.dat. Clear? Now see the output. Students securing 90% are Pranav and Samarth. So in my file I wrote 3 objects, and out of those 3 objects 2 were greater than 90%. So only 2 records came as an output. If I show you the contents, see these were the contents, and out of these 3 records Samarth and Pranav had greater than 90%. So in the output you are getting these 2 records only. Clear? The next question is, write a program to create a binary file named emp.dat and write records of some employees in it in the form of a list. Till now we were writing objects of dictionary, and now I am going to write object of a list containing details like ID, name, salary, input by user till user wants. See, in the last program what I did, I said take the number of records to be written onto the file from user and then run a loop and write those many records. But here I am giving a choice to the user that you are allowed to input as many records as you want, and as soon as you feel that you don't have to write any more records, you can stop. Okay, so let us see how to do this program. This time I have to create a binary file emp.dat. Okay, so importing pickle, then opening emp.dat in the write mode. Clear? In the write mode, and then see what I am doing. I have taken a character ch and stored y in it, and till the value of ch will remain y, I will keep on taking input of record from user and writing it on the file. And after writing one record, I will ask again. It is like a menu driven program. Okay, I will not menu driven, choice driven. So I will ask the user whether you want to continue. If the user presses Y, then again new record will be input from the user and written on the file. Otherwise the things will stop. Okay, so see what is happening. I took input of ID, okay, and then I took input of name, salary, and then stored all these details in a dictionary. Okay, and M is the dictionary object that I have to write. So pickle.dump m comma f1. So f1 was the file handle, and with the help of that file handle I wrote m object on the file, and then I asked user whether you want to continue, press Y. If he presses Y, then again the value of ch will remain Y, loop condition will be true, new object will be taken input, written on the file, and again it will ask whether you want to continue, press Y. Clear? So this way, as soon as the user presses any other character except Y for ch, then file will close. That will be considered that you don't want any more records to write. File.close, all the records were waiting in the buffer, and as soon as you close the file, they all got flushed onto the file, and then your file is created. Clear? So now let us see the output screen. See, first of all ID was asked, then name, then salary. Then see what is happening. Press Y to continue, the user pressed Y. Okay, then again it asks for ID, name and salary. Then again user was asked whether you want to continue, press Y. So he pressed Y again. So again new object was taken input, and as soon as you are completing the input of one object, it is automatically getting written on the binary file. Okay, so as soon as you wrote this first object, it got written on the file. Then you wrote this object, it got written on the file. Then you wrote this object, this also got written on the file. And after that, when the program asks you want to continue, press Y, user pressed N, so ch value will no longer be Y, so while loop will end and your file will be, all the records are written and the file is created. Clear? Now, so the file is created. Clear? Now next is how to append records. But children, if you want to see the contents, you already know how to fetch the contents of a binary file. You can run the program and see it yourself. Clear? Now in this video I will finish up here and I'll continue my discussion in the next video, where I'll be discussing append operation, and we'll see the contents of file after performing append operation in that video. Thank you so much.